Boxing is one of the most physically demanding sports in the world. Boxers suffer frequent concussions and are forced to endure a battery of punches for many years in order to build a successful career. But in the era of pay-per-view fights, these athletes are also some of the most handsomely compensated in the world of sports. Today we are looking at the top 10 highest paid boxers of all time. Roy Jones Jr. is without a doubt one of the most accomplished boxers of all time. His numerous championships have earned him a net worth of $45 million. In addition to getting work as a rapper, actor, and boxing commentator, the boxer has earned championships in 4 different weight classes. The boxing legend holds both American and Russian citizenship and has led an extremely interesting life. He was born into the boxing tradition with father Roy Jones Sr., who was a moderately successful boxer in the 1970s after serving in Vietnam. Jones Jr. is the first former middleweight champion to win the heavyweight title in 106 years. Prior to that, in 1999, he became the undisputed light heavyweight champion by unifying the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles. During his prime, Jones was known for possessing exceptional hand speed, athleticism, movement, and reflexes. In addition to this, Jones played an integral role in films such as Southpaw and The Matrix Reloaded. He also had a short-lived rap career in the early 2000s, releasing 2 albums and collaborating with BG, Juvenile, Bun B of UGK, PD Pablo, Little Flip, and Mike Jones, among others. All of these projects amount to an impressive, multifaceted career that earned Jones a small fortune. With a net worth of $45 million, Marvin Hagler comes in at number 9 on our list. Known to boxing fans as Marvelous Marvin Hagler, this individual came from a life of adversity. You know, Hagler said, "One time Joe Frazier told me that there were 3 things going against me. 1, I was black, 2, I was a southpaw, and 3, I was good." He was right. It was never easy. He reigned as undisputed middleweight champion from 1980 to 1987, making 12 defenses of that title, and currently holds the highest knockout percentage of all undisputed middleweight champions, at 78%, while also holding the second longest unified championship reign in boxing history, at 12 consecutive defenses. At 6 years and 7 months, his reign as undisputed middleweight champion is the second longest of the last century, behind only Tony Zale. Though it may seem like a strange distinction, boxing experts consider him to have one of the strongest chins in history. The boxer has taken many direct shots to the face, but has succeeded unfazed. Regardless, it's good that he stuck with the sport in order to collect a fabulous fortune. Because of his outsized personality, iconic quotes, and brash personal politics, Muhammad Ali is a household name among boxing fans and average citizens alike. This lengthy career earned him a total of $50 million. Born as Cassius Clay, Ali is one of the most celebrated sports figures of all time and is without a doubt one of history's most impressive boxers. Ali became an Olympic gold medalist in 1960 and the world heavyweight boxing champion in 1964. Following his suspension for refusing military service, Ali reclaimed the heavyweight title 2 more times during the 1970s. Winning famed bouts against Joe Frazier and George Foreman along the way. Diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 1984, Ali devoted much of his time to philanthropy, earning the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2005. He was also very outspoken regarding the civil rights of Black Americans in the 1960s. Though this earned him some enemies, posterity has been kind to him, and he is remembered for his steadfast morals in addition to his athletic prowess. Ali was the first fighter to win the World Heavyweight Championship on 3 separate occasions. He successfully defended this title 19 times, making him one of the greatest athletes to enter the ring. Now a Ukrainian politician, Vitaly Klitschko is a former boxing champion with a net worth of $65 million. He is currently the mayor of Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. But for many years, Klitschko worked himself to the bone in the boxing ring. His colossal size of 6 feet 7 inches tall and over 240 pounds helped propel him to great boxing success, including the World Boxing Council World Heavyweight title, before he became one of boxing's most dominant heavyweight champions, and even longer before he entered the decidedly more treacherous arena of Ukrainian politics. A teenage Vitaly Klitschko led tourists visiting Kiev on excursions through the capital. He was 16, and it was his first paying job, but soon he was earning numerous boxing titles. He is the second longest reigning WBC heavyweight champion of all time, has the 5th longest combined world championship reign in history at 2,735 days, the 3rd longest individual WBC heavyweight title streak of all time at 9 consecutive defenses, and the 4th longest combined title streak in the modern heavyweight history at 15 title bouts. He held the WBO title from 1999 to 2000, the Ring Magazine title from 2004 to 2005, and the WBC title twice between 2008 and 2013. His impressive salary, endorsements, and new political career have earned him a massive sum of money over the years. Ray Charles Leonard, also known as Sugar Ray Leonard, has almost twice as much money as the next richest boxer, with $120 million in the bank. He won the gold medal in light welterweight boxing at the 1976 Olympic Games and went pro the following year. His 1987 defeat of Marvelous Marvin Hagler for the World Boxing Council's middleweight title is considered one of the greatest professional boxing matches of all time. Leonard retired in 1997 with a record of 36-3-1 and was inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame. By his mid-teens, Leonard proved adept at boxing, and as an amateur, he won 145 of 150 bouts and garnered 2 National Golden Glove Championships, 2 Amateur Athletic Union Championships, and a gold medal at the 1975 Pan American Games. The North Carolina native attempted to retire in 1982, but he just couldn't stay out of the ring and returned over the years to dominate in his respective sport, finally fighting for the last time more than 15 years later in 1997. Boxing from 1989 to 2003, Lennox Lewis is a British-Canadian boxer with a net worth of $140 million. Lewis was born on September 2, 1965 in Stratford, East London, to Jamaican parents. An all-around athlete in high school, he excelled in several sports, but soon focused on boxing and developed into one of Canada's best amateur fighters. At the 1988 Olympic Games in Seoul, South Korea, Lewis beat American Riddick Bowe to earn the gold medal in the super heavyweight division. He also became the first British boxer to hold the undisputed heavyweight World Championship since Bob Fitzsimmons held the title in 1899. Lewis often refers to himself as the Pugilist Special. He is 6 foot 5 inches tall with an 84-inch reach and weighed about 245 pounds during his boxing prime. He is regarded by many as one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time and one of the greatest British fighters of all time. He has the 4th longest combined title streak in post-war heavyweight history at 15 title bouts. Lewis still has ample clout both inside and outside the ring, and he played a boxer in the iconic film Ocean's 11, in addition to other cameos in a series of movies and TV shows, thus bolstering his net worth even further. Manny Pacquiao rose from abject poverty in the Philippines to earn a startling $190 million. This real-life rags to riches story has inspired fans everywhere because he is one of modern boxing's greatest talents. Pacquiao began boxing professionally at age 16. After beating Thailand's Chachai Sisako to win the WBC Flyweight Championship in 1998, he continued to overwhelm his era's top competitors en route to titles in 8 separate weight divisions. Along with his boxing career, Pacquiao twice was elected to his country's House of Representatives and won a Senate seat in 2016. The charismatic boxer, nicknamed Pac-Man, was an idol and a unifying force in the Philippines, where his unprecedented popularity led to commercial endorsements, movies, television shows, CDs, and his image on a postage stamp. The boxer was raised in a remote village in the Philippines, but boarded a boat when he was just a teenager to try and make it in Manila, the country's capital. It turns out this was a wise decision, because Pacquiao's pay-per-view fights have created more than $1.2 billion in revenue. Added to his burgeoning political career, Pac-Man is poised to become one of the highest-paid boxers of all time. Though he has recently been embroiled in a sexual abuse scandal, Oscar de la Hoya is one of the most iconic figures in boxing and has over $200 million in the bank. Known as the Golden Boy of boxing, he began boxing at a young age, winning a gold medal at the 1992 Olympics at the age of 19. He went on to win 10 world titles in 6 different weight classes. De la Hoya was one of the most popular boxers in the history of the sport, generating hundreds of millions of dollars from his pay-per-view fights before his retirement in 2009. De la Hoya generated approximately $700 million in pay-per-view income, making him the top pay-per-view earner before being surpassed by Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. Since retiring, he founded Golden Boy Productions, which supports boxers and sponsors them as they continue their path to greatness. And to pad his bank account even further, De La Hoya founded a new real estate venture called Golden Boy Partners, which will build retail, commercial, and residential developments in urban Latino communities. George Foreman is a former boxer who used his time after retirement to pursue numerous business enterprises and ended up with a net worth of $300 million. Foreman grew up in Houston, Texas, and learned to box in a U.S. Job Corps camp in Oregon. At the 1968 Olympic Games in Mexico City, he won the gold medal in the heavyweight boxing competition. The 6 foot 3 inch, 218-pound Foreman first captured the professional heavyweight belt by knocking out Joe Frazier in 2 rounds at Kingston, Jamaica on January 22, 1973. He had won all 40 of his professional bouts, including a sequence of 24 consecutive knockouts, when he fell to Muhammad Ali in 8 rounds in the Rumble in the Jungle in Kinshasa, Zaire on October 30, 1974. He retired from the ring in 1977 and became an evangelist. He's also well known for his eponymous George Foreman grill, which has sold more than 100 million units to date. He sold the naming rights to the grill in 1999 for a whopping $138 million. Though he has been criticized for his controversial politics, no one can deny that Foreman is one of the greatest boxers of all time. Floyd Mayweather is one of the most celebrated figures in boxing. He has a world record 26 consecutive wins and was proven to be the most accurate pugilist in boxing history. And his success as both a boxer and a promoter have earned him a terrific sum over the course of his lifetime. The boxer is easily the highest paid of all time, with a net worth of more than $560 million. Born in Grand Rapids, Michigan in 1977, Mayweather knew from a young age that he wanted to be a boxer. Born to a family of boxers, Floyd started learning the art of the sport when he was a toddler and got his first boxing gloves when he turned 7. It was this lifetime of commitment that led him to a record of 84-6 as an amateur, along with several titles, including Michigan Golden Gloves, national championships, and a bronze medal at the Olympic Games in 1996. Undoubtedly, he has hereditary skills due to his family background, but the complicated nature of his family life caused problems, inhibiting his career at various points. Overcoming challenges like his parents' drug habit was a struggle for young Floyd, but he managed to become the most successful boxer of all time.